Ah, how nice of J-Cap. How lovely is that guy? Aren't we all just thrilled to have him here? Are we?
Now you're more toxic than him, Harry.
Yeah, right? It's funny how that can happen, J-Cap.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the throw. I'm sorry for my colleague. And yeah, we're ready. We're excited. French derby, although not really, but also sort of.
Yeah, G2's so French.
Yeah, well, they are now. They got Jex back in the server. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank God they got rid of Kenny, that not French guy.
Yeah, it didn't really work, did it? Either way, here we are, G2 Vitality, and we're back on Mirage. We saw this yesterday from G2, so let's see how things are looking in comparison. They managed a 2-0 NIP, close maps, Vitality. Taking a peek into middle, Shox gets out of the connector that's already smoked, and G2 starts to run amok, starts to run fast through Con. Shox, nice shot, but he won't get any more done. And Zywoo for the back of spawn, picking off a single kill. His teammate does die on the balcony, and the window isn't broken either, so Hunter can't flank these CT players, but he's calling the rotates. He hears every footstep. Bomb getting planted, Vitality with no kit in for a retake.
And all three coming from CT. The P250 of Nexa down in Con isn't even needed. Hunter just pushes ahead, takes all those fights. Jax as well getting stuck in. And so G2, they find that pistol. That's an intriguing start. Certainly sets us up for an exciting series, Hugo.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Vertigo in the pool, that's, you know, always cool.
Oh, I'm really feeling CS today, man. I'm so... Just you wait till the real guns get into play, man. That's where things are going to go up a notch. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off just with me growling.
No, it's fine. Growl ahead, growl away, growl ahead. Right now, Vitality, that's a well-timed
Felt like I sounded like a mob from Minecraft. Minecraft YouTubers or content creators, big on CSGO right now. Oh, they're going big on the CSGO trade, I've seen.
Well, nowhere better to go.
So shout out any of our new Minecrafting viewers. Sometimes you got to learn to craft before you can mine.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
It's deep.
Oh, G2 are pretty deep on Cat right now. Moving up to a B split, no info. So I was trying to grab it. Can he actually stop someone? There's util down and G2 come around the corner. Oh. Scout shot is good. Any more from Apex? He just misses that second player, but they're up close, killing Masuta, who's hidden in the smoke, not to his own choice. Scout gets a tag, but nothing more. That's a good D from Zywoo. Can he make this round a reality, or will it be G2 back on the board?
But that kill going in the way of Zywoo, he's looking to try and get another pick into this site. Oh, running them down. The bomb plant comes in. Zywoo cut down by Hunter. And now it's left onto RPK. A 1v2 to navigate between Nico and Hunter. And already Dink down low on that first peak. The odds of RPK finding anything here out the window. G2, 2-0. They get the conversion. You thought with the scout getting openings, Zywoo coming in with a couple of digs, right? Maybe there was a bit more of a chance there for Vitality.
If Zywoo had armor, man, you know, maybe he hits that headshot on the van player. He just gets tagged up.
G2 looked for a pick into the B site, but that plan got axed, Hugo. Like a pickaxe, like Minecraft.
Is today Minecraft day?
Today's Minecraft themed.
When's the last time you played it?
A long time ago now.
Gotta say.
But Rush talks about it all the time, so I live it out through him.
X is on a bit of a speed run right now. He's already at connector at 140. His team are B, so smoking top Con, that cuts off Zywoo from being able to kill players crossing short. Not that they're doing it yet, the bomb will be coming. Nexa backed out. Nice molly from lower, and Nexa finishes the job. Shox is trapped. Another re-smoke on the connector side. Vitality have so little info, but they know G2 are in middle. That's something at least, but still defaulting. One on B, one on A. Options are open, seeing if these CTs decide to get aggressive. They will not. And this should really be a clean third round. Wouldn't be surprised to even see G2 run a bonus in that next round, maybe upgrade one gun and keep a couple of SMGs for another faster B play. Nexa waiting, rewarded by Apex. That's a good shot, Zywoo. Avoid him, mate. Get out of there. Go B, and G2 will. Only one man here. Easy clear. 3-0 looking inevitable.
Bomb has been planted.
Nexa might miss these this timing onto these saving players. It's now or never.
That's actually pretty good, yeah. All right.
Oh. That's funny.
I'm glad you like your
That's
jokes,
funny.
Harry.
He's done something there. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Jax
The bomb.
dies to the bomb, but they get the kill. It's
That's
all
an
good.
AK loss.
Everything's fine, right? The AK's gone. You'd rather that didn't happen,
Yeah.
right? If given the choice.
Sure.
That's the way it goes sometimes, Bubs.
Orbs out on Zywoo early as well. We still have those Mac 10s in play. G2 lost, maybe more than they were accounting for with that being a Felico, almost. But they're fine. They're under control. T-side start. No rush to the AWP. But Zywoo, where's he going to go? Straight to connector. Smoke is down. He's going to look for a quick pick on the cross. They can get up Cat while he does this, but of course the perfect peek for Zywoo delivered into his crosshair. Jax is dead. Jax had a great game yesterday. He was looking really, really good. Nice to see him back in the server. Looking like an A crunch for G2. Not a lot to play with. Late mid smoke coming into the window. Hunter gonna try and continue this top con smoke to fake out that they're going B. That's not what's happening, and I think Apex has probably worked that out now, pushing Palace, killing Nico with his knife out, and now Vitality just sit back and wait.
Oh, flash is good, but Zywoo still able to get one despite being blind. And so this attempt at a bonus round has not gone well for G2. Hunter trying to even the playing field as best he can. Pushed up deep in Palace, right? It's Apex. That's someone else you got to worry about here if you're G2. Zywoo.
Oh.
Just isolating each and every one of these fights. They try to flash Hunter in, and Zywoo striking after the flashbang is told, puts Vitality onto their first, nice and early.
What a painful round to play up against if you're G2 there, right? Zywoo, after he gets that first couple, he drops out and CT goes all the way back, and Apex makes that call. Like, I'm in Palace, I'm gonna let them out. You know, they can have the bomb site if they want it, but they won't be getting a plant. And Zywoo goes, fine, I'll play CT. The flash comes in, he waits for it to pop, he re-peeks off of it, free kill. Nothing you can do if you're G2. If you don't flash, watch him be scoping. If you do flash, well, he'll re-peek. 3 kills from Zywoo, and Vitality find their first. It's all too familiar territory. And now the money, really not that great for G2 either. Definitely buy here. You got a couple of rifles, 3 at least. Nexa could buy an AWP, but he's rather going to drop over AKs. And actually, that will arm 4 players here if he doesn't buy utility. So options are open, and yeah, he'll go for a Galil to buy some grenades. That's what Nexa does. Team player, in-game leader.
Nexa just charging fast out into A, and that Molotov could deal with RPK.
Yeah,
it's going to burn him down low, but he smokes it off. And while that fake was attempting to be sold by Nexa, the rest of G2 have their eyes set up here short side. Zywoo alone in the apartments, always in the right place at the right time. And he's kept them out of B. For Nico and Hunter, they're now trapped over here in middle. They've got a bit of control in window, but even then, that's kind of tenuous at best, right? It's something that Vitality are very much accounting for in this round. And so they've just decided to sit pretty. They're not moving, hoping that someone gives a kill over, and Vitality aren't budging either. It's a stalemate. And ultimately, G2 with 55 seconds left, they're the ones feeling the pressure. Ooh.
He dropped.
Jox makes noise. That's hurt. Nico, given a freebie, given a chance. Oh dear, that's not what you wanted if you were Vitality. You had this round in the bag. Now low HP RPK is the only man trying to hold on to this A bomb site. Losing Shoxy there might really come back to her Vitality. ZywOo, the pressure is on for him. Down into mid he goes, can't afford to miss this shot to Nico. And there's the flick, deals with Nico the second time around. It's left onto Hunter. Now RPK, not much of a threat here, not much of a problem. It is ZywOo, the man that you're worried about if you're Hunter. Trying to flash him off the angle, he's tapped him out of the round and now down to the 1v1, but RPK is quick on his feet and even quicker on the trigger. Vitality, they take a second, and I say ZywOo wasn't the man to worry about. Was the man to worry about. Hunter brushes him aside, but can't get past the 4 HP RPK.
Yeah, no thanks to Shox there. I'm really surprised to see Shox do that, right? You can silent drop off that box. Maybe he thinks it's silent if you're uncrouching midair, but when he makes the drop, you think surely he doesn't commit at that point. Like, Nico just dropped that smoke to fake a play into B. Shox knows at that point that, you know, with no one pushing off the smoke, Nico's going A. Maybe he thinks he's further. Maybe he thinks he's already out jungle into the site. But Nico was just taking his time. He had the clock in his favor. So, yeah, Shox making noise and still committing definitely gives G2 a chance. They get a bomb plant, but it won't be enough for a full buy. Hunter on a Galil. Surrounded by pistols, and no Kevlar in that either. Nice shot for ZywOo. Man, they've not been able to avoid him, have they? They go out A, he's there. They go out B, he's there. Back to A, he's there.
Yeah, man, no, this is like, you know, full wooden tools, leather armor, going up against ironclad opponents. ZywOo with the diamond sword, man, just striking you down. It's a pretty apt analogy, I think.
Yeah, sure.
What's the biggest mine you've ever crafted, Hugo? Jax with this Tech 9 up in window. Nico down in connector as well. And they're just hoping that they're going to get given this opener. But Vitality have been really, really good, apart from Shox, got to say. Apart from Shoxy.
He's back on it. No, it's Apex.
Okay, Apex is here.
You're not playing
Apex is
again.
like, look, Shox, go play somewhere else. This spot is mine. Nexter retrieving that Galil. Not really the gun to celebrate over, though. Doesn't have armor either, so he's fully vulnerable to aim punch here. Now, the amount of control that G2 have over towards ladder room, over towards jungle and connector is good, and it lets them put a lot of pressure on this A bomb site. Now, they hear this gun rattling off from short. It's Masuta making his presence known. ZywOo back in CT is good for a kill as well. So the numbers starting to dwindle. Back in with another is ZywOo, locking in the round. 3 on the board for Vitality as him and Masuta combine their powers and they find the equalizer.
Yeah, good comeback, good recovery from Vitality in these last 3 rounds. G2 may have started strong and actually converted their pistol as well, which nowadays is pretty difficult to not only convert once, but twice. And Vitality, ever since buying, have not been miffed. Nico's on the Krieg now. We didn't see much T-side AWPing yesterday, right? Not really, you know, much on Inferno, which, you know, makes a lot of sense, but even on Mirage, only bring it out a couple of times. More so the Krieg that we have been seeing even Simple use back at Kato as well. ZywOo to start, finds Jackson mid again. Vitality start to spread this B site thinly, moving over towards A. Triple setup, they can re-aggress if they want. Apex smoking the ramp. Not to worry about. Nexus in Palace, though. G2 still defaulting, hoping for something to come their way. But from what we've seen from, you know, the Shox/Apex position outside window, even though he does push through, let's forget about that. Like, the fact that Vitality are playing that consistently shows that they're not giving kills. They're not fighting in man advantages. They're making G2 commit. And I actually really like that spot. There is no way you can get punished on it. You can't get killed, really. And G2 don't really even know about it yet. Like, they've not seen anyone on top of those boxes. They've just heard them come through. Now an A play, 40 seconds, good grenade, and it does a lot of damage. RPK, oh, he lines him up, 2 kills. ZywOo covers onto Nexa, now Nico in connector, and a nice wallbang, but 1-on-4. Oh, he's got the taps. Maybe there's a chance. Time is the biggest problem, though.
Yeah, 24 seconds. And into the A site he goes. He does have this bomb, but it's the player in Palace, Apex, just being patient is going to cause him a world of problems here. Once again, Vitality doing a really good job of just not giving Nico the room to make that clutch happen. They give him the first 2 peaks, and then past that, everyone just lets go of the keyboard, waits for him to make noise, make his presence known. And they know that he can't win that round if they don't feed him. So back down to pistols here for G2. Vitality taking the lead. ZywOo up 14-5, by the way.
Just normal, nothing special. He's having an alright game, yeah. Pretty standard.
But that's the best thing about this, is like it isn't standard. At least in 2021, he had a pretty slow start to the year, and a lot of people, you know, after seeing some of the clips yesterday out of ZywOo, they were like, oh, he's back.
He never left.
The game is back. And he's really making that known now more than ever.
Yeah, it's definitely hard for players like Simple, ZywOo, Device, you know, these top 3 players that, you know, when they have a couple of bad games or a bad tournament, and I say bad, like bad for them, right? You know, what is bad for these players is good for another player. So it's, you know, you got to hold them to a high standard for sure. They're the best in the world, but at the same time, it's difficult to always perform like that. We all have bad days. Anyone that plays CS knows sometimes you wake up and you're not feeling it. So the fact that, you know, he can still perform despite, you know, divine intervention is pretty cool. Right now, dirty B-app setup, 2 players tucked. Masuta will shock swing on his contact. They see him, and he gets away with 1. Shock's not helping out. This is actually really smart. They're not going to be ready for it. Surely he would have traded. Surely he would have assisted. No, he drops the bomb back in the apps, and Shox unleashes in the site. 2 kills. Nexa alone, a long way away. And Shox, he may be dead, but he's made this round a reality.
Yeah, great trigger discipline, great peaks from Apex as well, right? Capitalizing on the fact that Shox has just caused all these problems in the back line, and so he uses that timing to swing out from the kitchen. You can see Jax is not even considering a kitchen swing at that point of time, at that point in time, rather.
I think both work.
Yeah, both do kind of work, but, you know, for the sake of getting the words right.
You're a perfectionist, Harry. That's why your block house looks so pretty, you know?
Exactly. Now you're getting it.
Ooh.
Wooden beams on the ceilings.
I'm gonna grief that later. Double orb. Shox assisting Masuta. Look at the spam. He doesn't even see him. Just shooting through the wood and dodges the orb that he now knows is in play, but Masuta is still the question mark. 2 aggressive setups on the ramp as well. RPK boosted for a kill, and Apex alongside him. They won't hang around after that frag. G2 have been defaulting a lot of these rounds, and Vitality know it, so they're not, you know, sending early rotates anywhere. They've actually just conceded mid this entire game, other than ZywOo peeking con, getting a kill and leaving. But that's more spawn than anything. So they give G2 mid, but all these dirty double setups are very difficult to uproot, especially when you're on your own on a lurk, as Nexa finds out the hard way, and Amanek may too. Even moving forward here is a death sentence. Shox needs to hold his own, and there's the kill. Teammate swinging, clears B apartments. Now they know it's an A take.
Yeah, the info's there, and even more worrying, Wonder Kid ZywOo is back in CT. Very, very good in this position. Masuta is flanking the lower tunnels as well, so he's dealt with Nico down in mid, and now they know these other 2 players are out through the connector. RPK and Masuta go on a bit of a tear to close that round out for Vitality. So G2, since getting the pistol and finding those conversions, man, it's been pretty high and dry for these guys. Double AWP on Vitality looks as threatening as ever. That's the thing. If you go peeking into one of these AWPs, they'll take arm and a leg gear off you, man. They're wrecking them right now.
Deegs and a MAC-10 now.
Now?
Maybe a bit
Deegs.
faster. I like the idea of, you know, speeding it up. We've seen a lot of defaults that haven't really worked. Obviously, it's another triple B now as G2 set up in apps. The reads have been perfect for Apex. No question about it. Vitality won't know this short play's coming through. They haven't seen mid, but Shox is on Cat to cover it, and Masuta's got his back as well. Apex, the 3rd man. Wait, there's 3. They're stacked, say G2. What on earth? Only Jax, or sorry, Nico rather, both of which fall, and only damage done. But damage doesn't mean a thing if you can't convert the kill. 7-3 and a timeout for G2. Probably the right call. Vitality made a wrong call yet. Like
that's what I was about to say, right? You've gotta love and respect what we're getting out of Vitality, right? Like, as you say, the reads have been there, the individuals have been showing up, just the kind of like the knowledge that they're displaying right now is terrifying. Clearly a very good read as to what G2 like to do, familiar with them. I mean, you know, there was a point in time where like this matchup would have been sick, right? Like, I think if you got G2 like when they were in their prime versus a Vitality in their prime, this is one of these matchups where you're like, man, two big French daddies going head to head. Right now, though, Vitality are just making this look all too easy. It's a little bit worrisome.
We're definitely in an adjustment period for G2, right? Not just having Jax coming back in, coming in English again, which I'm sure has improved, but even this AWP on Nico shocks. He gets caught in con. That's not pretty at all. Hunter with no opener, and now G2. They're going to speed things up off the back of it. I like it. Not waiting around anymore. It's not like Vitality give them kills in these positions. Apex over the stairs in the smoke, gets a double and escapes into middle where he trades his teammate. Nico gone. And even the spam connects to Jax, who will go for the bomb plant. It's not default. That's where the molly is. It will miss. He dies. ZywOo, 1-on-2. He's got full grenades, and Jax is already battered and bruised as well. Nexter on the full flank. No, he's going to Palace instead. Far more safe with the bomb not planted for ramp. Or it is rather, sorry, it's behind triple, but ZywOo, how can he figure this one out? Moving in slowly but surely, checking everything. And not ready for Jax. Still in the site. I like that position in front of the boxes. CT models, more so than T's, really blend into that box. But yeah, it's a weird off angle anyway. Not one that ZywOo was ready for. And finally, G2 get around. They get the pick mid and they elevate the pace. Even despite Apex's best efforts, it's G2 on the fourth, rather.
Yeah, you thought Apex had done enough, right? That key trade from Nexter helps lock that round in. So, all right, a little bit more out G2. What? Oh, what, ZywOo? Hello, a quick double, fully blind for the second, finally traded by Nico. And that is it, a huge trade for Nico to get. He was pretty quiet yesterday on the AWP, but this is a round from him here, 2 in it. And one of them being ZywOo, the other AWP now removed as well. Nico's just gone toe-to-toe with, you know, one of the most deadly double AWPs in Counter-Strike, and he's emerged on the other side with 2 kills under his belt. Amanek has snuck deep within B in the meantime. Does have to make noise dropping down, so Masuta is aware of this, but still blindsided by just how deep he's gotten. Apex is removed as well, and so this B site locked in. Nico with a hell of a round, 3 in it. And that's the kind of AWP we need to see out of Nico.
Absolutely. And even, you know, Amanek dropping into B. Masuta hears it, man. He's just not ready for such a wide angle already. Checks default, sees nothing. And then by that point, Amanek already at the bench. And just re-peeking as well into Apex, trying to throw grenades. No safety inside of B, despite being alone there at that point in time. Back to middle, ZywOo. Ooh, it looked like he wanted to jump, and he's really missed it this time. Does hit Collat, though. That will do. ZywOo almost gets a second shot off. It's Nico to find Apex. ZywOo still fighting for his life right now. Surely he escapes through B. It is safe. The B player isn't coming in lower to help. Instead, Amanek is looking for the pick into the site, but ZywOo's killed everyone in middle, and Masuta swivels to find the final player. Oh, dearie me. ZywOo calls for help, and Vitality answer the call. Everyone crunches mid at the same time. But the collat on the first shot. Unbelievable. And like, yeah, Amanek would have had a great timing there if his entire team weren't dead at that point. Other way to look at it is he could have dropped lower and killed ZywOo. Obviously smoked off, but nowhere to go. All right, back in with a round, and they break G2's money instantly.
Oh, this middle area is terrifying. ZywOo has really been showing some face here in mid. So the fact that G2 keep going back to it, it's ballsy. You got to admire the dedication to middle. Oh, through the edge of the smoke, ZywOo's going to pluck Hunter from the round. They get down short, though, with the majority of players. ZywOo not really able to help out here, so we are looking primarily at these B-side defenders, Masuta and Shoxy. Doing a good job of holding the site down. It's all left onto Nico. And even though he's still here at short, even though he knows that Shox is in the apartments, once again, Vitality are just letting go of the keyboards, knowing that Nico's the man to have to make a move. And even though he's tapped Apex out of the round at just 12 HP from that nade, it's not looking good for him. 9-5, Dolly Parton a hero. And Vitality one away from a very, very good first half.
Yeah, Masuta, great patience on B as well. He spots those first 3 players coming through. He's giving a couple of repeaks to the pistols, and then he sees the AK as the last man, and he just stops peeking that AK. He starts going wide, killing short players as they get to the arches, and just generally being a nuisance, not giving Nico the kill back in until the AWP closes. So, yeah, not letting that one rifle do anything here. And not the first time Nico's been stuck in this 1-on-5. Can get a couple of kills, but it's just so unrealistic. RPK, all he hears a drop. He knows there are players behind this smoke, but he doesn't want to shoot because he could get spammed right back. They flash through, and he's there, ready to fight, tooth and nail. RPK with a 3K, and now Nico trading through the smoke, but feels too little too late. Hunter's under.
Oh, it's down to these two again, right? Trying to navigate this, but as we've learned, just consistently being denied the opportunities to reclaim bodies. Nico with the Krieg, 1v4. You don't fancy his chances here. He's alone over towards lower tunnels. Going to start to reroute down into the bottom of mid. Now, they just discovered Hunter here and dealt with him. And Vitality with Masuta carrying the short side, right, and peeking occasionally a little wider into connector. The fact that you've also got Apex holding top con with a late crossfire potential from Shoxy, who can get up on top of CT Ticket. There are so many players who can deal with Nico here that this round should be undoable for him. Masuta has missed the timing on him getting up into top con, and so Apex is a little freebie, but there is that trade coming in. And so Vitality 10-5 at the end of the first half, a commanding lead, one that G2 are going to struggle to pull back, but it's not impossible. We've learned that nothing is here at the Pro League, so stick around and see if G2 can get it back under play in the second half.
que mirar la acera y levanta la cabeza, sigue pa'lante y no temas, resolverás los problemas. Ay, mamá, si una cosa no te gusta, cámbiala, si la situación te afecta.
Video games, don't they feel good on a nice, what day is it? Saturday? Sunday? Sunday, everybody!
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in on a Sunday. Lots of fun on a Sunday. That's why they call it Fun Day, where I'm from.
Where are you from?
Here, UK, mate.
Oh, okay.
UK.
Never heard it.
We all call it that
Yeah.
here in the UK, here in Britain. Nico looking out into middle. He's not having a fun day thus far, though, because they forced him out of the window. And now they're taking the window by storm. Look at this, the speed, the pace. They're in your face. They're in the A site. And a bomb plant looking to come in, but Nico has got the opener.
Yeah, bomb is open, not for the connector, but for ramp, for jungle as well. And we know that Vitality already have this window control. The B play comes in, they push apps, one flanking, one under. ZywOo ready. Oh, he looks away. Timing is everything, and Hunter's found it to perfection. 2 kills for G2. This retake starting off strong, and oh, Nico hasn't moved. Masuta walks in. RPK tapped out. It's the Kovac cousins killing everyone, and Jax finally responds as G2 take a flawless pistol round, giving away a lot of room, but then taking it right back on the retake. They had everything, the double B push, the underflank. ZywOo very unfortunate on that timing, looks away to top mid. And at that point, not much Vitality can do but die, and got a gun thrown over, an AK gifted to Shox by Apex. ZywOo's done the same. So Vitality arming themselves. Oh, ZywOo's got armor with the AK. Nice to see him with that weapon. He's having a great game right now with the AWP. G2, this is them not wanting to run SMGs, and look at the result of that. 4 FAMASes. Not the prettiest gun, but knowing that Vitality are likely going to force off of the bomb plant, it's a safe play for G2. Safe as you can get with such little money. Mid given over for free. It's something that Vitality were doing in the CT side as well, not contesting it. AAA site setup, all committed as well. Nico watching connector. Will be that A split. Apex coming to Ram now. He is going to get chewed up here. No armor scout. Exa dropping the smoke on the timing, and now Apex is kind of rendered useless for this point in time. Vitality going to crunch. The timing on that crouch is not good, but Nico gets out a little bit further back. The smoke dropped. Jax traded through it, and now ZywOo getting up close. Scary stuff. Nico hitting headshots from the back of the site, and Nexa comes through as well with a perfect kill. Oh, it's just ZywOo, but we know what he can do. 3 kills in the round, looking for the ace.
Yeah, surely not, right? Surely. As he goes back to get this bomb, he's been able to retrieve it through the smoke. There's the peek from Hunter that we were waiting for. And so they get it back under control. It got a little bit scary, only for a moment, though. 7 on the board for G2. They get that round converted. And they even get an AK out of it as well. So they're pretty happy with that. Good stuff from Nico here in the sight hold, right? Doesn't let up. The only man able to deal with him is ZywOo. Hunter there to deny the victory. Just Eagles and a couple of Glocks in play here. So should be a chance at a clean round for the G2 squad. Jax holding on to middle. Oh, goes toe-to-toe with Apex's Deagle and learns to regret it.
They group A off the back of it. 1 flash on Shox, that is all they have. Oh, Apex, if he walks through this con smoke, there's no one even keeping an eye on it. The short player won't see him either, but they are out the A site right now. Apex does get found. Nico giving up A, but looking to take some kills with him. He can't. ZywOo with another Deag, and that's 2 Deagle kills for Vitality and a bomb plant. They haven't got guns. So it's still retakeable for G2, relying on those couple of deagles to do the damage. Mizuta's P250 finishes the job, and G2 are running out of players. Nice mow down. Oh, G2, they get collapsed upon, but they win all the fights, and ZywOo's gone as well. Oh, Vitality try and hunt G2 coming out of Connector in a 4-on-2, and boy, it cost them.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is just because the bomb is planted safe, right? Over on this side of default, it's for Palace and CT. Fact that they've got 3 players trapped over at ramp and sandwich means, you know, you're kind of forced into a position where you have to take a fight. And so they try and swing it together. They hope that that's going to be enough with 3 players just attacking these 2 rifles, and they do a good job of holding their own. So G2 now on to 8, closing this gap. We've got Amanek donning the AWP over Nico. Interesting point to note there.
Yeah, I mean, Nico's rifling has been excellent this game so far. His headshots have been coming through on both halves with all guns, Krieg, A1S, A4, AK now. And Amanek having a bit of a slow start. Maybe the AWP will pick him back up. It also lets him solo B on this A attack. 3 players pushed in deep. ZywOo with a miss spray. Mizuta trades. Nexa lines up a double. Make it 3. And this is a clean round for G2. Far easier than the anti-eco appears. Shox is late, and Nico has the headshot angle, so he's just fine. G2 up to 9 and building into this game off the back of their pistol win. It's not going to be as free as it felt in that first half for Vitality.
Yeah, now this is getting very, very interesting, right? ZywOo donning this AWP, finally given a chance to bring it out on the T side. A lot of B pressure early. 2 players here. One heading in through the lower tunnels, maybe going to try and join up with Apex. Oh, so close through that smoke, but no kill found. Mid control taken by Vitality. Once again, G2 pretty lax on the old mid control. Nico's starting to pressure ramp, but he isn't going to go any further. If he did, maybe could have caught this timing onto Masuta. They flash him into ramp. Now, Masuta's heard that flashbang. He knows with that flash, it's very, very common to have players get aggressive. And so he flashes back at ramp, just trying to give the illusion that Vitality are here. And it has kind of worked. It's kept 3 players over towards A and even started to rotate Hunter away from the B bomb site, who's now leaning more heavily over towards middle and A. Still available for a quick rotation, right? But the only man left inside of the B site is Amanek with this AWP. This shot from ZywOo. There's Amanek with the first. His AWP cancelled out after 1. They need to clear this site because still tucked in it is Hunter, who's come back from the market. Finally, Masuta is there, and in a very, very big way. 2 kills to his name, and now looking to go aggressive, maybe take even more. He's pushed up close to market door, and in with the swing. It's almost the lineup. ZywOo versus Nico to round out this round. And ZywOo's just hiding, playing it passive, going to reposition into the market. Nico still waiting at short, still waiting patiently, hoping that ZywOo gives him this kill, but he's not budging. Bombs planted for the apartments. Nico, no idea where ZywOo could be, having to clear all of these angles as he moves in to get on this bomb. And with how much time there is, he's got to get on it now, or else there just isn't time. And with that kill, it's going to be close. Ooh. It's going to be very, very close, in fact. And G2, they get it. It's down to the wire. But the long rotation in from Nico works wonders.
Yeah, I thought ZywOo was going to go for the fight. He thought Nico was way deeper than he was when he dropped that flash. He was clearing a lot of close corners. Nico as well doesn't know where ZywOo is. He's looking at the right side of the site because that was the last call. But ZywOo crossed out, and Nico spent so much time clearing dead angles and still gets the kill at the last second. Last possible second. So crucial round there for G2. Double up now in. ZywOo can't afford his. Nico makes the cat jump. Oh boy, we're fast into this one. Running down mid of Vitality. Nico caught by Shox, who was up and past thanks to the smoke. Oh, almost jumps window there as well. It was an option. No one on short. Double apps push instead here. Something Vitality were frequenting in their first half. Shox behind the smoke. Jax on the other side, fading already. And Jax starting to concede, falling back a little bit to CT. Already down a man, things are getting awkward. Vitality have free reign over that A site, and now they're starting to piece that together too. G2 hear this util go through, they hear the pre-fire spray, and now they know it's all down to a retake on that A site. Oh no.
Oh, Amanek, there it is, through the smoke. It's good to delete RPK. ZywOo now realizing they've got this lined up, so he's had to plant pretty open here. Still gets that bomb down, a 4-on-4. That's enticed G2. It's made them believe in the retake, and with Hunter nailing Apex up in Palace, the move now starting to pick up a little bit of pace for G2. As mentioned, the bomb plant is very, very open, right? You can watch it from jungle, you can watch it from ramp, from con. Well, kind of con. You need to go pretty deep up the connector. Oh, Masuta taking gunfights, but they do tap the bomb, trying to bait more peaks. This time they're sticking it, but Jax is taken off the defuse by ZywOo, and at the very, very end, he's tried to clutch the round. The nade is enough for Amanek, and it's another close defuse going in favor of G2, now in the lead at 11-10.
The fact that G2 is shutting down ZywOo in clutch situations is really impressive right now, right? Like, these rounds are typically ZywOo rounds. I gotta say, some of the 1v1s, some of the 1v2s, post-plant, bomb for him, AK, like, he's in great positions and still gets dunked by an HE grenade. Kills 2 in that 1-on-3. Not enough. So G2, they take the lead. A flawless CT side so far. Started slow in this series. But even though Mirage yesterday versus NIP was a bit of a slog for G2, they still took it, didn't they? And this one is looking all too familiar right now. 11-10. Amanek's warmed back in just that little bit on this AWP. Hit double digits. No one below that, but RPK. And ZywOo is still 27 kills. Oh, dear. Amanek now warping over Nico. Still no money for the T-side orb. For Vitality either. Mid util down, and Vitality will be running amok. Setting up for an A split, trying to come through connector. Jax on this position again, and already calling for a B rotate. They've read this well through the smoke. Jax gets a kill. He gets caught in no man's land though. Still 3 players here, 2 tucked in on the site. Nico waiting for the Palace swing. That smoke complicates matters. He might have a gap on the bottom right of it, but Masuta's already coming in through con, and now Nico diverted, does get that kill. Smoke drop, Nexa peak. They were never ready for it after already seeing 2 in the site, and Nexa gets dropped on. Nico spammed out, and somehow Vitality have made this round interesting. They're going to reset, and I love this call.
Yeah, right. Resetting here, it's a nice play to make. It is a bit of a double-edged sword, right? Because you give up this 2-on-2 inside of the site, and it gives time for G2 to try and reposition. Vitality, it all comes down to how they use it, and if they're able to like game the minds of G2, and that is exactly what's happening right now. Amanek has rotated to B, throwing a Molotov into the B apartments, and now is actually coming back. Hunter just needs to stay alive for even a moment, and getting away with that first kill is a hell of a start. Now the rotation up through con on this AWP from Amanek is good and well timed, and it allows that kill to come in without that round ever getting scary for G2.
Oh, that looked like Vitality's, man. The fact that Amanek, even though he makes a good call to get out, throw the molly, and still return to A with good time left, Hunter, he's looking the wrong way, mate. He's looking at con, and he gets swung from Palace and still wins that 1v1. Helps that G2 had 4 players A from almost the get-go, right? They had an early rotate of Hunter, so everyone was here. And even though Vitality reset, not for long. 12, 10, and now pistols for the French side. Or at least more French side of the 2. Setting up towards B. Not had many attacks here, G2. Only 2 players. But we do have that AWP in position. Watching the apartments right now. Deep flash. Ooh, gets him off the angle. Takes a shot. Now the Mac 10 starts to unleash. Shox looking to hunt down this AWP. All it takes is a single miss shot. Shox has the kill. Now Hunter stalling at the back of the site. Low on ammo. That's the A1S. And it's going to betray him as Shox grabs himself an AWP and pushes him further.
Oh, if he catches this last man in rotation, that could be huge. RPK still holding down the site. Jax is in late from short side. They catch RPK leaving. Now Shox pushed up, needed that kill. Nexa not missing a beat, keeps G2 in the lead, 13-10. This CT side has been wonderful from G2. Getting a lot of mileage out of the Kovacs, right? Nico and Hunter both looking good there. Nico really holding his own inside of the A site. And I think already, you know, that's a pretty noticeable difference between this game and what we saw yesterday out of Nico, right? It was a lot of connector fighting for Nico in that series, a lot of connector fighting, whereas now he's playing in towards the A site on like default, right? And getting kind of set up for his team, helping set his team up as well. Him and Nexa have had some really nice like double plays with Nico drawing the attention in while Nexa gets away with murder under Palace.
Also just not AWPing as well, so that's another reason why he's not going for these spawn picks, taking early peeks into mid, leaving the AWP on B right now. It's doing its job. Amanex usually getting 1-for-1. He's going to hope to get a little bit more, but this time smoked off. And again, fast into B for Vitality.
Oh, Nico gonna hide in this smoke, wait on the other side of it. Amanek drawing the attention away from Nico, giving him that much more room to work with. And if you give Nico a little bit of room, he will make you regret it. 2 in the round already. Jax through the smoke has deleted Apex, and Nico left standing at that B bomb site. Tool at the very end of it. Now looking to overtake ZywOo on the scoreboard and take G2 to the promised lands of a victory on Mirage.
Yeah, flawless CT side. Like, if you compare the two CT sides and how they're doing so well for G2, well, for Vitality, it was a lot of good reads, right? They had triple stacks out the get-go where G2 are running. They always had ZywOo on the right side somehow. Right now, it's just G2 rotating off of the first sign of any contact. Like, Vitality need to either run a default or start faking things because they're just committing off of the first... I say kill, it's not like they're even getting 5-on-4s, but offer the call out of spawn. And so G2, the second they see presence going a certain direction, they just throw so many bodies at it. Nico and Amanek in the site there, supported by Jax before the bomb is barely out of the apartments. So G2 just all over the map, but especially where Vitality are. And now finally we got the AWP back on ZywOo. Money has been the biggest problem for that here for Vitality. Nico's got a spawn. Is he going to do anything with it? Just crossing towards B safely. No, jumping window. And they're even going to try and take some control. Apex, flash. He doesn't know. I don't think he saw them. He swings out, seemingly aware, and Nico does get that trade. It's a low HP, but he gets away alive. Vitality was set up towards that B bomb site early. Oh, flashed out and still gets the kill.
Vitality have even got to go back and get the bomb out of T-spawn before they even worry about this round now. A 3-on-4. Shock still left behind up in the apartments, and Masuta grabbing the bomb from T-spawn, looking like it could culminate in a late B play here for Vitality. Out into middle they go. Amanek is peeking it short, and they are about to be delivered a window peek potentially. Nico will decide against it. Checks the lower tunnels and now reroutes in through CT. Gonna join up with Nexa in this position. So stacked 2 at either bomb site right now, RG2. Shock's maybe gonna try and sell this lurk into B, but he keeps getting re-smoked. Molotov at short immediately baits a bit of a rotation out of Hunter, right? Who's now cautious about this mid-rotation. Amanek catches Shox in the apartments, and ZywOo late up through the catwalk while Hunter is still holding for this wrap in through jungle. A very good read from G2 as to what real estate these players have and what they could be looking to do with it. Bombs up through Con. They hear these footsteps, right? Hunter can hear them thanks to his window position. And with 2 tucked back in CT, even though Nico doesn't get that kill, it's a bait and switch. It's all designed for this late peek from Nexa. Bomb plant denied. G2 up to 15. And they're about to reverse sweep this first half. A dominant first half for Vitality. And now Vitality haven't even managed a single T-side round.
The game plan is so good for G2. I'm loving what we're seeing. Like, the AWP has never been in a position for ZywOo to get like a 1v1. Like, it's not like he can go mid and get that first pick because they're not giving it to him. Amanek is like anchoring B with an AWP right now. Nico's floating and he's winning all his fights 15 to 10, no T rounds, smoking Molotovs, desperation for RPK, and he hasn't even got support. He's dead at the first hurdle. Bombing Palace, and through the connector they run. Hunter is here to stop it, and he mows them all down. 3 kills for Hunter, and get out of town, Vitality. Apex will never check for the second man, and what a game for G2 Esports, storming through the CT side, flawless in the second half, and they take their map pick. Vertigo up next, but first the desk, and join us after the